We're not sure what it is exactly, but for some reason over the last few years, state lawmakers haven't been able to help themselves in getting involved on local issues that used to be surrendered basically to the local authorities, be it a school district, be it a health department, be it a city council, what have you.
Right.
And Otis, the most recent example where there's been some pushback comes from the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, which said school districts had a right when it comes to issuing face mask mandates.
Absolutely. I mean, this stems from a state law that was passed that said that the local school districts, no matter where they are and no matter what the COVID situation is there, they cannot have mask mandates without permission from the state or without a certain number, without the cases being at a certain level. In other words, you just can't do it on your own. It went to court. A federal judge struck down and said the law was probably a violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. It was appealed to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, and by 2-to-1 vote, they said they agreed with the federal court. Again, this is just another example, Richard, of where the heavy-handedness of the state came back to haunt them here, because you cannot have a cookie-cutter approach to fighting COVID, just like you can't have a cookie-cutter approach with a lot of other things. It is important for local governments, schools, governments, health departments, especially the big ones, to have some autonomy when it comes to dealing with issues that affect public safety within that community.
And the Sixth Circuit agreed with exactly what you're saying.
They really did.
Then the other thing that came up this week, Brad, was a report from Everytown for Gun Safety. It's a support fund regarding gun safety, and found that Memphis averages more than 193 car gun thefts per 100,000 people. That's the highest of any city in the country, and absolutely confirms the concerns that the police chief, the mayor, and others have expressed about what the state law allowing people to carry guns basically wherever they want to, including their cars, what that would do to violent crime and violent crime rates. And we're seeing right now that exactly what they feared is taking place.
Yeah, and exactly what Otis just mentioned too. It's kind of interesting that you can't have any local control about mask mandates. You also can't have any local control on how you want to protect yourselves, because a lot of these laws were passed by largely rural lawmakers, and it's these big urban counties across Tennessee, including Shelby County, where basically everyone across the political spectrum, Amy Wyrick, Jim Strickland, the police chief, etc., are all saying these kind of gun laws, where you can just carry without a permit wherever you want, is going to lead to more crimes and more gun thefts. Mayor Strickland was very emphatic earlier this week, his frustrations about these guns being stolen, and this will continue to be just another example of different priorities and different control in different issues.
Go ahead.
Well, I do give the legislature some credit here when it came to that bill this past session that would allow 18-year-olds to carry a gun without a permit. That one got stopped in its tracks. Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally is the one who did it. Good for him. He said we had done enough on guns and we were not going to go that far. So I do give the legislature and the Republicans some credit for stopping that.
Because we also had residency requirements for police and other first responders,
right,
where the state government stepped in. The issue of the Germantown schools, that the 3 schools that are in Germantown,
right,
that right now have Memphis, Shelby County kids going to them. Textbooks, what textbooks are going to be, and books are going to be allowed in our school libraries. All things
right,
that the state lawmakers feel they are better equipped to handle.
And the pipeline issue, as
and
we
the
said
pipeline, yeah, on and on it goes. Where does it end? I mean, do you think that maybe there's a consensus that maybe we've gone a little too far?
Well, I think to Brad's point, where he said that, rural legislators feel like they can say and do what they want to do and have some control over these large municipal areas, Memphis and Nashville especially. And so they have they know it's a political win for them if they do that. They don't care if people in Memphis get mad at them. And so, yes, I think it's only going to continue.
Yeah, they don't like big bad Memphis to begin with. I'm sorry we're out of time, Brad, but we'll continue to pick up this conversation, I have no doubt, because our state lawmakers failed to disappoint. That's going to do it for us this week. We appreciate you being here. I want to thank my panel here, and thank you for watching at home. We'll see you next time.